Hi guys, and welcome to the Amateur Watch Collector channel with me, CG, and this is the second unboxing, first impression for another piece I got. And I've actually never owned one of these brands either, so I was really just kind of looking for something that I could have as another beater, if you will, in addition to just the Marathon G-SAR. I think once I got rid of the Obris Morgan, I kind of lost my other type take a beating watch, so I really wanted to have something else, so I kind of decided to try one of these and see what all the fuss was about. And yes, this is my first Casio. So I picked up my first Casio G-Shock, and what I was really looking for here was something that you could pretty much do anything with, which I obviously feel pretty comfortable with my Marathon doing that. And I wanted something that was all black. I haven't had an all black watch in a really long time, so I figured why not start with the G-Shock. I actually picked this up off Amazon. I think I paid $75 for it. This is the GA-100-1A1 DR G-Shock, and I'm a little bit nervous about the size because it's pretty big. I think the website said it was 45 millimeters, which puts it at probably about the biggest watch I've had. But there you see it. I decided to get an Ani-Digi. I don't really like all digital watches, so I wanted it to have a little bit of both on here. But this thing is huge. I've got the cat crawling around here, driving me nuts. So I gotta tell you, I've never owned one of these, so I'm gonna have to play around with all the settings and kind of see what all it does. But I love the look of it. I love that it's all black. Kind of gives it that tactical military feel, which, you know, I guess is part of really what appeals with them. In addition to the fact that, I mean, they can just kind of take a beating, and that's part of what's really cool about them, is you don't really have to worry about it. So let's try this bad boy on. Alright, so there it is, and it is massive. It is huge. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping this, but I do love the look of it. I just think my wrist is 6.5 inches, and this thing, it feels bigger than 45 millimeters. There's a light on it, which is actually pretty cool. Just enough to let you know the time. I know it has an alarm. It'll show the date. It also has a stopwatch. I mean, it obviously has a lot of functions, and you guys know all about G-Shock. I mean, this thing's been around for a long time, but I've never owned one, so I figure, hey. And it is huge. Huge. By far the biggest watch I've ever had. I mean, this thing takes up my entire wrist, and it almost feels like it kind of sits off the edges, off the sides of my wrist there. So I might have to wear this around for a little bit and kind of see if it's something I end up feeling comfortable with. G-Shocks all seem really big, and the ones that were smaller I don't really like the look of. Like I said, I don't want all digital, and part of what appealed to me on this one is that it had both. It is really cool. I mean, there's a fun feel to wearing a G-Shock. So I guess I kind of get it now. I didn't really get what all the excitement was about before, but I'd never owned one, so now I have. So I'll probably end up wearing this on the rest of the night and switch into it for the rest of the week when I get home off work. But so that is your look at the second watch that I picked up, and it is none other than a G-Shock, a massive G-Shock. But alright guys, that's all I've got. CG out.